Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now in this video, we are going to implement a new method from AVL tree. In last video, as you already know, we implemented the insert method of AVL tree. Okay, so we understood what AVL tree is, it's a self-balancing tree. And we implemented this insert operation where we understood how to implement this bubble up operation. Okay, so as part of this video, we are going to implement the remove method. Now, a remove method is a little bit tricky, okay, because just like this bubble up, you'll have to perform a bubble down operation, but there will be a little bit more calculation required. Okay, so for that, we'll be performing a step-by-step approach. Okay, and using that approach, you will be able to understand and implement it very well. So let's start with the implementation. Before that, let me move this to a separate method is full. Okay, let's start with the implementation of the remove method. Int remove. Why int? Because whatever element we are removing, right, that element will be returning from this method. And we know very well that in heap we do removal only from the root node. Okay, and whatever is the last node in the AVL tree, that will take place of the root node, and from there onwards we'll perform a bubble down operation to find its correct location. Now whatever I'm speaking, right, I will be implementing this, don't worry. So let's go ahead in the implementation. If let's add the basic condition first. If size is equal to 0, throw new illegal state exception, heap is empty. Let me extract this condition as well. Now, as we discussed, right, we'll be returning the element that we are going to remove. So let's do that. Int removed value. Let's store that value that we are trying to remove. We do removal from root. That's why index 0. Okay. Now, what item will take the place of the root node, which will be the last node? So now items of 0 will become items of minus size. So when you do pre-decrement and then get the size value, right, we'll get the index of the last node. So the moment you get this last node, right, what you have to do, you have to perform this bubble down operation to find the correct place of this particular item that you moved from the last node. Okay, once you are able to perform the bubble down operation, what you'll do, you will return the item that you removed from the remove method, and that's it. Now what about this bubble down method? Let's get into this implementation. This is going to be really interesting. Okay, so private void bubble down. Now what do we need? Int index is equal to 0, because that is where our the item is that we moved. And now we have to perform the bubble down operation. That means we have to find the correct location of that root node. Okay, so this is the actually correct condition. The item is less than equal to size. Sorry, the index is less than equal to size, and the item at that particular index should be less than the left child index and the right child. Then you are supposed to move it down. So let's exclude this condition. Before excluding it, I guess let's implement these methods. Okay, so private int left child index, which will take this index value, and now the formula to calculate the left child and right child is, it's very simple. Return index multiply by 2 plus 1. You will get your left child index, and how do you find the right child index? For that you have to just add 2 here and you will find the right child index. That's it, as simple as that. Now let's extract this condition in a separate method. which is, I think I can make it, I can more simplify it. So let's create two more methods to, find out, to get the left child and right child. So private int left child, it will take the index value, return items add left child index. Okay, perfect. Same thing we can do for right child as well. Items add right child index. Let me fix this. Okay, perfect. It's fine. So we have created two more methods which will give us the left child and the right child. Okay, and how it will give? It will calculate the left child index and right child index accordingly from the array and will return us. What is the formula to calculate those indexes? Is this one. Okay, so now I guess we need one more method to find if the parent is valid or not. So private boolean is valid parent. Now this will take the index value, it will return, let me move this condition, is valid parent, we have passed the index, and till what point we are supposed to run this loop while index is less than or equal to side and this is not a valid parent. Okay, if the parent is valid, there is no point of going through loop and finding its correct location. If it's not valid, then only we are supposed to find its correct location, and for that we need to find the larger larger item index in case of in case you have left child and right child both. Okay, so larger child index is equal to items have that particular index if no, not this, if the left child is greater than the right child. Okay, then you're supposed to return the left child index. Okay, else you're supposed to return the right child index. I'll repeat the explanation, don't worry. So here I'm trying to find the larger child index so that I can find that index and replace that particular value with the root, because we are finding the correct location, right? So now we are supposed to swap it once we are able to find the larger child, right? So this is our array, this is our current index, and this is the index through which we are trying to swap it. And once we are done swapping, okay, and now we are supposed to change the value of index to larger child index, right? I guess we are good with the implementation here. Until it's not a valid parent, right? Till that point you're supposed to find the larger child index from left child and right child, and you're supposed to swap those values and find the larger child index, and you're supposed to perform the swap. And to make sure the loop is performing well, you're supposed to change the value of index as well. Let me move this to a separate method so that we know what we are trying to achieve in this particular condition. Larger child index. So what we're trying to check right now in larger child index, if the left child is greater than the right child. Okay, and accordingly we are returning the index value. What if you don't have the left child or right child? Okay, what is going to happen in that case? So let's check those conditions as well. So let's perform those checks here. If okay, first we need to, I think, implement the method to check if the node has left child or right child or not. So let's implement that first. Okay, now that we have those two methods, let's fix our larger child method. Now let's fix our larger child index method. If it does not have left child, yeah, if does not has left child, then you're supposed to return index there itself. That means there's no left child, right child, right? Then you're supposed to return index value there itself. Else if it does not has right child, then you're supposed to return the left child index, because you already verified this does not have a right child basically. Then obviously there is, you are left with only one child, that is left child, and that's why you're returning that particular index value. Else if you have both of the childs, what you're supposed to do, as usual, you're supposed to perform the comparison and you're supposed to return the correct child index. And now this is a correct and valid implementation of larger child index. Now you're supposed to update this is valid parent as well. Let's do that now. If your node does not have left child, okay, in that case you can return true there itself, because the parent value is, this is a valid parent because there is no left child or right child, right? But if you have a right child, okay, then what you can check, okay, I think I can use, we are going to have a repetition here, so let's take a variable if, no, not if, let's take a boolean variable. I think we are going to have a repetition here. Is valid is equal to so let's say you have a perfect. Okay, so first what you check, if you have left child or not. If you don't have, it's a valid parent automatically. If it has, then we are checking if that particular index value should be greater than the left child or not. If it's greater or equal to, that means again you're valid. Else if you have right child as well, then you're supposed to check the existing condition, that is valid is equal to is valid, and if the item is also greater than or equal to right child or not. If both of this condition is true, okay, then only you can return this is valid flag as true. Otherwise, if any of those conditions fail, right, if the index value is less than this left child, or even if you pass, this will already be false, so it will just come down here and return false. If this is true, then only it will perform the check for the right child. And that's all. I think the refactoring that we were supposed to do. Okay, I think we have good here. So that's why I was telling ki we have a lot of methods to implement for removal. Now I guess we are done with the remove. Let's try to remove something from our method. So currently if I try to run till this point, right, this is our max heap. We are supposed to have 22 on top right now. I haven't written that heap.remove so far. I want to show you before removal. So now if you see on top of the heap, you have 22, right? So now if we remove, that is heap.remove. Now after removal, it will perform the bubble down operation. Whole thing will happen. There is a remove method. It will check if the tree heap is empty or not. Then it will take the particular root value. It will replace it with the last node. It will perform the bubble down operation. It will find which is the greater element, second greater element, and accordingly it will place it at the right location. So I think we have 17 as the second highest value. So now if I debug, we are supposed to have 17 as the top root node. Okay, and we do have 17. Perfect. So that means the bubble down method that we have written, right, our removal method is functioning properly and all these are at its correct position. So that's all I wanted to explain as part of this video. See you in the next one.